we are 2/3 into Legendary DivineZ, a set where I've received so many comments for and so many people come asking me, Miss, what's the set like? Miss, is the set worth it? Miss, is my mom going to kick me out of the house? I don't know. I can't answer any of these questions, but what I can answer is that they brought back Peak from the dead. Yes, I'm not referring to Homelander, I'm referring to home, Uranus. This is his home, right? I think I have no clue. I don't own the VSP. I'm not like, max rare Uranus Bumble Tart. I can't afford that, but the joke is force. Yeah.
Apparently Guy lives in a library.
Yeah, but force. The whole joke is force. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mr. here. Today we are here to talk about not you. Valkyrian. Welcome to the Valkyrian deck profile. I'm kidding. This is not a Nox video. Okay, for all of you who want to see the Nox video, we're not doing it. Welcome once again to Legendary DivineZ. This is the last deck profile from the set. I've already covered Nirvana and Chronojet to critical acclaim. Please let me know in the comment section below if you hate me for doing this. More importantly though, I did the video for Mcrafter 3000 to do his Chronojet video, and then he went on to actually kill a whole bunch of people in a local tournament. I'm not responsible for that. But you know what I am responsible for? I am responsible for packing this beautiful SR Uranus, and today I brought my personal friend Nami to discuss Uranus.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What do you feel about Uranus?
That shit comes from your ass.
Yes, so we have to say that line because as part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, a dying child asked me to say, can you please say shit comes from Uranus during the Uranus video? I'm only doing this because of them, okay? I know you're watching. I hope this was worth the $5 you sent me.
Dang, I had one chance and I messed up the line.
Yeah, you messed up. So, first and foremost, the question which everyone has been asking me, and I think I still have to discover it first, is, what is the premise of this list? How does this list work? Because in terms of Uranus, there are a lot of ways to play with Uranus. Like, for example, you can play with Keter Pile, right? You can just play the We Are Selgaon, we carry the flame, and then you can just tell everybody, guys, do Keter generics, which is not wrong. Selgaon actually has a very good interaction with Uranus, but the thing is that you don't actually want Selgaon in Uranus in that sense. You do still need some Keter generics, but there are some which are like, they're really just kind of contrived. Like, to play Nebula Knight's Order in Uranus just seems really bad. Mostly for the very simple reason that, like, you're only using it just as mill fodder or Valkyrian so that you can top 7 and then, call another guy that's not Uranus. But I would say if you're not playing this deck competitively or if you're not willing to wait for the June ban list, you shouldn't go out and rush to buy Nebula Knight's Order. Instead, this list, we are playing a lot more jank, a lot more interesting things to do. So we actually have a hidden mechanism to guarantee 5 drives, and we have extra attacks in this deck. So if you're interested to find out more, please do stick around for the whole deck profile. I promise you, you won't miss out. This list is not meant to be competitive in any shape or form. In fact, I don't think any Uranus deck is meant to be competitive right now.
As of now,
yeah. Right? But like, I'm gonna show you the foundation of this deck is not bad. It's genuinely for a fresh out of the box deck. And mind you, Uranus is probably the easiest one to build out of Legendary DivineZ compared to, say, Chronojet, where you have to buy, Fate Rider Dragon, which good luck to you, by the way. Yeah, I would say this is definitely the easiest deck to build, and the rates definitely reward you for that. Especially because this guy is only a double rare, right? So, like, if you don't even want to build Uranus, you can just build Nox. Rider. Nox. So, I would really just recommend you stick around for the whole video, because you probably won't regret it. It is a very fun deck. I won't lie, this deck is very fun. Especially if you watch the V-Series anime, which most people hate, but not me. So let's go through the right deck.
Simple no pun.
Thank you, no Atlas.
Prometheus of Dancing
You
Lights.
stupid. Can you at least follow the prompt and read it? And of course Uranus. So yeah, we couldn't afford the whole SR right line. We didn't pull it. Channel memberships are $7 if you'd like to help us finish the SR right line. But if not, it's alright. The CNR rate for this set is very good. So let's go through the right line. This is Shimpu no Pan, Pen of New Style, standard D-Series starter. I guess
If you go second, you draw one.
I
Congratulations.
guess if you like guys, this is a great starter. But I don't like guys, so.
Or if you really want to stay true to the Shinemon right line.
I think that's the main purpose of me playing this anyway. Like, I just Shinemon is such a well-written anime with the protagonist just going through literal crucifixion by episode 12 and going homeless. You know what? I love this show. Then there's Thank You No Atlas. This is Atlas of the Heavenly Spear. So, in this deck, they have gotten rid of Force.
Which is unfortunate.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, I like that they didn't bring back Force for Force, but I hate that they just changed the name of Force into a stupid gauge mechanic now. Like, why not just call it Force Gauge, right? Like, why the hell do you have to call it Astral Gauge? Like, come on, like, it's not even to the Astral Plane, right?
Those of you who are familiar with old V-Series Genesis, this is another gauge for the clan.
Yeah, because we used to have the Divine Gauge, right?
That's right.
With Alchemist. Yeah, let us know in the comments if you remember Divine Gauge, by the way. Oh no, I can't say that because all the Megalia fanboys will start clawing in my door. Yeah, I probably can't say that, huh? Okay, never mind. Anyways, yeah, so we are gonna try and simulate Force. So when I say Astral Gauge and I put down a Force, just know that it refers to the same thing, although you can't physically play this anymore. Which sucks, okay? Which sucks. I think anyone who watches the V-Series anime, you know that half the fun is just like... Oh, okay, wrong one. Okay, so let's actually get into this skill. Thank You No Atlas. When riding upon a grade 0...
Yes.
Just no restriction.
Yeah, any grade 0.
Any grade 0, yeah, so you could just play Vanguard Brave.
Reveal a grade 3
reveal
card.
a grade 3 card with Shinemon Icon in the right deck. And if you do...
Until the end of the fight, you cannot write grade 3 cards without a Shinemon icon, and you can have Astral Plane gauges.
Yeah, so you don't even plus. It's just, you can play the game according to V-Series. That's all the skill does.
Right.
So, Astral Plane gauges are the little things that help you build up as proxy Force, but you don't need to worry about it just yet. The second skill for him is, when rolled upon by grade 2 that bears the Shinemon icon, you can choose...
to put this card face down as your Astral Plane gauge, and if you put it, you soul charge 1.
Yeah, so...
Mandatory soul charge.
Where does the Astral Plane gauge go?
It exists.
Yeah, so it's not... It's just there. It just counts. Like, you know how Gandiva is gauge?
So
like,
personally, I choose to put it in the order zone because I refuse to put a non-force marker under the Vanguard.
Yeah, but that's cheating, mate. According to the game states, by neck, that's considered cheating. But you know, if you're playing a casual game, it doesn't matter. And then of course, here is Prometheus. Prometheus, when rolled upon by a grade 3 with a Shinemon icon, again, which is a hint to a brand new grade 3 soon. You can look at top 3 cards in your deck, choose one from among them, put it in your hand, one into your...
Up to 1.
Yeah, put one into your hand, one into your...
Up to 1 into soul, and put
one
the rest
soul.
to the bottom of the deck in any order. So if for some reason, you see 3 triggers on top, you put 1 to hand, put the rest to the bottom of the deck. You don't need to put it into soul.
Yeah, although you can if you want to, but we would not recommend you to do so. This is the only card in the whole right that pluses.
That's right.
Which is kind of weird considering we are in an economy where Yakuza goes +4 for tickling his own ballsack. But you know, hey, what do I know, right? You know what I do know? Uranus. This is of course the SR Uranus, the one I pulled, so it's gonna be hard to read. Let me pull out the base rare Uranus that I also pulled. This is Uranus. Okay, so I think we are using Dragon Shield, which is why this one's gonna be a bit hard to read. People keep asking me what second layer sleeve I use. I can't even recommend it because like it's a Japan only brand. Like, how do I tell you, oh, fly to Japan? I can't tell you to do that.
Yeah.
But you know what I can do? I can read you the skill of Uranus. Uranus is the normal grade 3 of the Shinemon Icon deck, and as you know, the Icon decks like to play a little mishmash of flipping between different grade 3s for your persona rights. Uranus is a deck I 100% do not recommend you to do that. You will just lose the game if you go into Astraeus Dragon.
You are actually asking for trouble.
like you know how Ren Icon never wants you to write Babka? This is worse than Babka, okay? I would fully... Hey, Babka's a +2.
True.
This no plus at all.
He pluses power, that shit.
Yeah, that's nonsense. I have a 70k fat ass to do that for me. Why do I need another one? You know, so it's like, yeah, just they all have the same skill, which is, you know, the persona right of each other can be down on top of each other. But realistically, if you are doing this, you are losing the game. But at least by them writing it in this way, it does ensure that when they release spoilers, the origin deity Uranus, that's the
evolution.
The evolution, that's I forgot his name. In Japanese, I know his name's like on my tongue, but I just can't get it out. It's this guy. This guy. When you get this guy, yes, we have his sleeve, shocker. You guys will enjoy that cross ride skill, that persona ride skill. But for now, you will just never persona ride. Okay, so that's the first skill. His second skill is
your back row center rearguard circle becomes an astral plane continuously. Then during your turn, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, and you have 3 or more astral plane gauges, all of your front row units get plus 5,000 power.
Okay, so to clarify, the original Uranus, according to history, would stack the base form used to stack 5 different force markers underneath. And then after that, you say your little line in Japanese, your what? Circle shifto, Tenshikai, and you get this. And then, of course, when you reach the bigger guy, the origin deity,
you only
it
need
used to be 3, right? So you didn't even need these two, it was just 3. That's how it used to go, but in today's economy, I do not know why Mr. Kidani has approved of this. I love to talk to him. He just said no. You just get this. You just have it. Why I don't know. I can't answer you on that. But like I guess that's not bad. But because you immediately get the astral plane. This is called the astral plane, by the way. But because you get the astral plane immediately, right?
Yes.
Like just as long as Uranus is your Vanguard, or I think even Astraeus has that effect, right?
Correct.
Yeah, even Astraeus has the effect. So like no matter which grade 3, right, you just automatically get the astral plane, which I know old school V-series Shinemon fans, which is not too long ago, all of you will be very happy to hear you do not have to work hard for your win-con.
It just happens.
It just happens. Nothing ever happens and you just get this. So because of that, there is one more skill in the astral plane that does actually become relevant.
No, the astral plane is the same. Valkyrion is different.
We will get to that in a bit. So just know that that's how it works. The only thing you really need to know is that with 3 or more of astral gauges, your front row gets 5. Right?
Yes, if your opponent's a grade 3 or greater.
Yeah. So it doesn't scale.
No, it does not.
It doesn't scale. Which is pretty funny considering the history of premium. Do you like premium? Anyways, next one. Last skill, and this is the skill where most of you will be curious to know. You can, once per turn, Soul Blast 2, choose a grade
2 cards from your drop.
Choose 2 cards from your drop, put 1 as your astral gauge, and call the other one to a rearguard circle.
Correct.
So, did you say drop? Did you say superior call?
Yeah, but
Selgao!
funnily enough, not the greatest target.
Yeah, it's not the greatest target, but it is a good target.
It's actually the worst target.
It is a decent target. It is still a decent target. But the fact that Uranus now has like... The fact that Uranus can resurrect stuff from drop for free.
Anything, by the way.
Anything by the way. Including...
That's right.
Yeah, like, that's pretty good, right? Come on. According to our Make-A-Wish Foundation, we were supposed to say shit comes from Uranus. This is where we were supposed to say that, man. Not
Yes.
just now. Yeah, you were supposed to say, from this skill, shit comes from Uranus. That's what we were paid to say.
And I feel that is amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing, yeah. Let us know. Are you constipated? Let us know. So, I think, without further ado, we can talk about the greatest support that Kamen Rider Nox has ever received. Valkyrion! So,
Giant Deity of the Distant World, Valkyrion. This card cannot be ridden and cannot stand by card abilities. If your Vanguard does not have a Shinemon icon, this card's original grade becomes grade 0 and original power becomes 0. Okay? Its next effect is continuous drop. This card cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects.
yeah, it's resist. So no Denial Griffin.
No Thunderstrike.
No Thunderstrike, no anything. It's just, you just have it.
Okay, next. When this unit is on a non-astral plane circle, retire this unit. If it's not retired, remove this unit. So there's almost no way to cheat it out. Almost.
So it has to be on a actual plane. I mean, that's the whole point of the show, right? It has to be on the thing to do the thing. So, yeah.
He has a 70k base.
Yes, we can see that.
Yes. Finally, when this unit is placed on an astral plane, if you have 5 or more astral plane gauge, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose a card from among them and discard it and shuffle your deck. If you discarded a Keter Sanctuary card, this unit's drive becomes the same as that discarded card's grade until end of turn.
Stop. We have a lot of rulings to go through because a lot of people are arguing, oh, it's Valkyrion, a Keter Sanctuary. Yes.
So, Valkyrion is a Kree
Elemental. He's not nationless. He's a Kree Elemental.
A Kree Elemental is regarded as part of all nations and all clans. Therefore, when Valkyrion is discarded by Valkyrion, he will gain 5 drives.
Yeah, I don't know how this confusion came about. I thought this was pretty easy. But no, apparently people did not know that. So.
This has always been the case, even back during V-Series.
During G! We had Kree Elementals in G!
No, I'm talking about the discard effect.
Oh. Yeah, but like, yeah, as long as you know now you know, so.
It's the intended interaction.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people, like, whenever I do a ruling, there are 2 possibilities. One possibility is everyone thanks me like, oh, thank you, Amnes, you saved my life, you saved me for the judge interview, and then every Ethics Buster question from then on, they just quote my video and go, you should watch this video, he explains Ethics Buster correctly. And then the second I get one ruling wrong, like Ganslot, everyone goes, oh, crucify him, he's a fake fan, he's not a real fan of IG. I'm like, oh my god, I just can't talk about rulings on this channel anymore. So like, even when it comes to the obvious shit like this one, you know, Uranus, it's like, come on, do I have to explain this? But apparently I do have to explain it, so okay. So now you know, you can do it, okay? No such thing as no. It's a Career Elemental. You can read it yourself. It says there, Career Elemental. So, there you go.
A secondary thing to mention about rulings, even if the skill is not used, this card is always regarded to have a singular drive.
Yes. So, can you explain that in a bit?
Okay, so why does that matter? Well, the Astral Plane. Allows you to do drive checks. Okay, when the Astral Plane exists, the rearguard that the Astral Plane exists on is regarded as an Astral Plane. Grade is ignored when calling an Astral deity, which is what Valkyrion is. And if the card on the Astral Plane is not an Astral deity, put it into the drop zone. So anything that is like, I don't know, Selgaon or like the bear, none of these cards are regarded as an Astral deity. They are immediately put into the drop zone. Next, the unit that is on the Astral Plane can attack from the back row and perform drive checks, which is why the single drive matters. Cards revealed for those drive checks are put into your soul instead of your hand. So if you're going to do 5 drive checks with your Vanguard, that does not mean, oh, you're adding 5 cards to your hand. No, all of those cards are going immediately into your soul. So basically a fancy soul charge 5. And lastly, at the end of your turn, put the unit on the Astral Plane on the bottom of your deck. So Valkyrion will disappear. The world will no longer be able to handle the force of his power.
Well, I mean, that's the whole plot of like Tatsuya, right? Like, that's what happened to Bro, right? Bro was not ready for that 5 drives and but okay, so that is the Astral Plane. I think this is the first time they actually force you to know that he only has 1 drive on the.
Yes, because previously
you could always just top 5 and just mill a guy.
Yes.
So like, this is the first time that Valkyrion actually is forced to go back to basics. So, which I thought was pretty cool, because I still remember there were people saying, oh, if you can't use the skill, he gets no drive. I was like, wait a minute. Do they know? So, yeah, again, this is such a cool way to pay tribute to V-Series, wherein you can port the deck over and still force people to learn new stuff. And the best part is, I still get to play a V-Series card in D.
Right, yes.
Because you can just play your V-Series Astral Planes, by the way. They never changed it. So yeah, pretty cool.
Very good.
Pretty cool. Okay, let's move on to the rest of the deck.
Okay.
We still have a lot of the deck, by the way.
Yes.
So here is our great cheese. Here's 4 Uranus, 1 Sparkly Uranus in the right deck. Then 4 copies of Quaking Heavenly Dragon, Astral's Throne. And then we have 1 copy of Primordial Heartblaze, is our Regalis piece. And then for our silly tech pick, we have 1 copy of this girl and 2 copies of Reverence Rush Dragon. If you are wondering, Ames, there's a lot of great trees. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So,
and including Valkyrion, who's our grade 5. That's a lot of cards without a shield value.
But it's okay. Just like Shinemon, we are preparing to go all in on DK of the Just Path. Do any of you get a reference? I feel like nobody will get a reference, but it's okay. Leave us a comment if you get our references, because we feel kind of sad. Here's Uranus. You have to play 4. Like, you have to persona write this guy, man. You are never writing to anything else.
Yeah, the 5 to the front row is
you really are never. Like,
not
it's not enough. You need a persona, man. You really need soul. You need everything. Every skill of Uranus is good, man. Like, just play Uranus as much as possible. Then Primordial Heartblaze. Primordial Heartblaze is our Regalis piece. You can play from drop. And then if you do, just trigger persona, right? Uranus is not a persona based deck, but he's so bad that he needs a persona, right?
Yeah.
Like, you really need this persona, right?
Because you are not seeing a lot of cards in hand. Most of it is going from soul to drop or drop to field.
So the guy that plays from drop is always automatically the best.
Yes.
So
I mean, you either play this or Twin Cast.
You will not play Twin Cast in this deck.
Yeah.
We'll go through the last of our big great trees for now, and another of our beloved Astral Poets before, you know, the new Uranus, and that's Astral's Dragon. Astral's Dragon, leave us a comment if you remember the Astral's Dragon leak in 2019. if this was an event you lived through, or personally have any loved ones who remember this skill where you could remove the black text from a PowerPoint slide, please leave us a comment and tell us how have the last 8 years of your life been. I'd love to speak with you. Astral Dragon, his first skill says that, you know, the persona ride of any Shinemon card on top of him counts as a persona ride of a Shinemon card as if himself. So, you know, it's just the typical icon bullshit, but just never ride him, please. Just don't ride him. I know there's going to be some funny fella who goes, but Ahmed, can I play him in the right deck for diversity card? No. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please, I'm begging you, if you have any form of family or loved ones, they are waiting for you to come home. Don't do it. Just don't do it. When placed on the Vanguard Regular Circle,
if your other unit with the same card name as this unit was not placed this turn, choose a card from your drop and put it face down as your Astral Plane gauge. Then, if you have 4 or more Astral Plane gauges, counterblast 1 and draw a card.
So just like the original Astraeos, he's still your funky other way to get force.
Back then it was your main way.
Literally. I mean, it's nice, I guess.
Yeah.
It's nice. Carry on.
Next, continues on Vanguard Circle. Your back row center becomes a Astral Plane. Yes.
Yeah, so he has that same skill too.
Yeah, except he doesn't give the 5 here to the front row.
I mean, that's what I'm telling you, he's the weaker one.
Yes. Next, Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle. When a card is revealed for the drive check of a giant deity of Distant World Valkyrion is put into your soul, this unit gets plus 2000 power until end of turn.
By the way, I love to just highlight something really quickly, especially for those who can't read it. It states him by name. Okay, it's not even like a the astral deity on the astral plane. No, it states the full name of Valkyrian. So it has to be this Valkyrian until like
man wants to see the birth certificate.
Yeah, bro will really check your birth name and go, are you truly the god of the astral plane? Are you the defensive god? And he goes, yes, I am. Oh no, he can't speak English. He speaks like what? Leave us a comment if you get these references. God, I feel like nobody has watched this damn show. Everyone's just like, oh, Colonel J, woohoo. The second I go Uranus, they're like, what? What the hell is a Uranus? So yeah, pretty sad.
Lastly, when your card is put into your from your astral plane into your deck, put this card into your soul and draw a card. That's his Rearguard Circle ability, the very last one.
So the fact that they made him a Zuitan is pretty much proof that you're never supposed to ride him ever. So please never ride this guy. He's so bad as a Vanguard, but as a Rearguard, he's really cool.
Yeah, and you have to see at least a copy of him for you to by turn 4 be able to use Valkyrion's drive check addition ability.
I mean, it's just like traditional astral poets, right? You have to see more than just your Vanguard. You need at least 2 more astral poets to really kickstart the fire, and he's obviously an astral poet, so you have to play him.
Man, I miss the Battle Maiden who plays on Vanguard Circle CB1, SB1 to draw a card and make a force marker.
Yeah, you may be the only one who feels that way.
She was a fun card.
The rest of the great trees involve our funny tactics. And here's where we have to go political. Again, these are the slots where you would actually play Nebula Knight's Order, but we are too woke for that. Instead, we are going to show you how to actually play jank. And here is jank. So, I'll go through this one. This is a card I've played Majesty of Blaster before. And her skill is, when revealed during the drive check, you can call her to an open Vanguard Circle. So,
if you notice, Valkyrion's drive checks all go to the soul. So might as well just call one of them as a unit, right?
And you can clear circles very easily. But we'll get to that later. So this is just a fun way to just extend attacks. That's really just all this is. And if you're wondering, I'm really playing a one-off just to drive check it?
Well, you don't have to.
You don't have to.
It's not a make or break for the deck. It's just
fun.
A possible way to make a 5th attack for the deck.
And I know some people go, this is just an excuse why we ever do this. Well, we do actually have another way to stack the deck.
Reverence Rush Dragon. Its effect is on place. Soul Blast 1. Choose a grade 2 or greater card from your drop zone and put it on top of your deck.
Woohoo! But not only that, we have something much more sinister, as the thumbnail suggested. If you put Valkyrian on top of the deck for Valkyrian, Valkyrian will mill off Valkyrian, and that's 5 drives, baby. That's 5 drives. We can guarantee it. We have the technology.
Yes. So Reverence Rush Dragon really gives a small bit of modality to the deck. You can either go for the 5 attacks or the 5 drives.
The fact that either one of these is just lethal with this guy is mad. But like again, it is a bit of a setup. And I know what a lot of people saying, but how can I guarantee that I can call it? Very safe. Where'd he go?
Uranus.
I told you, he can bring back anything from the drop. He can literally take everything out from your drop into Uranus, and that is just amazing skill for Uranus to have. I really feel that more people should really reread their Uranuses again. Okay, now the joke's dead, right?
I hope so.
I think I farted the joke to oblivion. Okay, yeah. So yeah. Let's move on to the grade 2s.
Like, grade 2s, we are playing Prometheus of Dancing Light in the right deck, 2 copies of Catwalla, and 2 copies of
Phosphorus.
Phosphorus. Like the element.
Yes, I know.
So, we'll go through. We've already gone through Prometheus. Let's go through
So we'll
Phosphorus.
just remove him.
Okay, Phosphorus, his effect is when this unit is placed on rearguard circle from hand.
From hand only, so
If
you can't
you're-
use him with Uranus.
Yes, if your Vanguard has a Shinemon icon, Energy Blast 3, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 grade 3 or greater card with Shinemon icon from among them. Reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle the deck.
So he is a nice way to top 7 search, and the fact that he can touch Valkyrian is pretty good because Valkyrian does have the Shinemon icon, which is good to have. But you realize very quickly we don't have that many targets, right? It's only grade 3 or greater. So it's either what? Every Astral Poet and every God.
Yes.
That's it. He can't touch anything else in the deck, which is kinda sad. Which is obviously why we don't play that many copies of Phosphorus.
Yes.
With Origin Deity and Uranus, we probably will play 4 of him.
For now,
But now, no.
Yeah.
Now, no. This one, no. I'm willing to hazard a pass on this guy. His other skill, as usual, because he still keeps his power skill, it is
when this unit attacks, if your grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Shinemon has a Shinemon icon and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5k until end of battle.
yeah, that's all it does.
Yeah.
Just fun guy does fun.
Plus 5k,
Plus 5.
like how all of these series has been.
Yeah, but his is actually the same skill as last time. So yeah. Okay, Catwalla very simple from the makers of Rezile. Just at the end of battle that she attacks, if you have 4 more units, so last 1, kill herself, top 3, choose up to 1 grade 2 or greater card from among them, add them to the hand, and then if you do not wish to add 1, instead you can just shuffle them all back in and draw a card. So it's just a net 0 evasion. Net 0 evasion is important because of our little funny tactic that we have, which is obviously, you know, this. But if you don't wanna, that's okay. She's technically still a Valkyrian Searcher.
Best not to use this on the same term that you stack her, but if you're going for the gamble...
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
So you just need to know which turns you use and which turns not to. Again, this card will probably leave the deck once we are able to play more copies of Phosphorus. But because we only have so many copies of Astral Poets and Astral Deities, we can't really do that.
And this card also allows you to search for the non-Shinemon icon
grade 3s,
grade 3s.
which is all your funny tech picks in the deck, which Reverence Ras, and this so on and so forth. Yeah. I do want to mention one more thing though. I feel we failed to cover it previously. Why are we only on 3 Valkyrian?
Okay, so historically in this series, Valkyrion has always been that brick that you sometimes are not able to get out in time. And it's something that you want to hug in hand. Right now in Shinemon Icon, you can also revive him from drop, so it's not so bad. If you're playing any more copies of him, you are cutting into the rest of the deck, but each person to their own, but personally, I prefer to play just 3.
I'll play 4. I'll play 4. We are playing a meme deck, we have to keep Zodiac Blazer and this is destroy people completely. To me, that's the way I live. Alright, great ones, let's go, great ones. 1 copy of the band card. Here's what was the name again? I forgot. Referee Rim. Yeah, Referee Rim. 1 copy of Atlas in the right deck. 4 Sergaon, obviously. 4 Deputized Bear, obviously. 3 Asteria of the Full Sky. She's cute, but you can play it 2 to 3. This is probably where I'll cut for the 4th Valkyrian. And then 4 Diana, she's the PG. So Diana of the Moonlight, she's just... is it Diana of the Moonlight?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's just a PG. So cool card.
Sorry, that's Administrator of Hope Pandora.
Oh, this is Pandora, not Diana. Oh, this is Pandora, sorry. That's what I was thinking, I was like, I don't think this is Diana. Oh well. Deputized Bear. Deputized Bear is just a Kashin clone. Just when placed on Vanguard Circle, if your Vanguard has a Shinemon icon, top 7. Choose up to 1 card, the Shinemon icon that's not a perfect card from among them, put that into your hand. Choose a card from your hand, put it into your soul, and shuffle the deck.
You can add triggers with it.
So the fact that you don't have to call him just from the hand, unlike Kashin, and it's more like Eliquinis, it makes it so that you can just revive it off Shinemon's, you know. Do I need to say it? Can I say it?
Sure.
Uranus. Yeah. So anyways, moving on. Speaking about other things you can bring back with Uranus, is Selgown. I'm not describing his skill. If you don't know what this card does now, you've not played this game at all. at all. So just know that this is a free painkiller angel. It's just retire your top 2 and then you bring back Uranus. Done.
Feel free to watch any of our other Keter Sanctuary videos. You'll probably find this card there.
Nah, you won't find it in Blonde Dazzle, surely. Nobody has played this in Blonde Dazzle, right? Surely not. But like seriously, like this is the one Keter staple I say you actually need for Uranus. Not Nebula Knight's Order, but this. Because it gives you an early game, which this deck actually desperately needs. Because have you seen the early game of this deck? Like, yeah, you actually do need it.
Card was indeed reprinted back in Aichi Icon trial deck.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too hard.
It's not too bad, I would say. Then of course, one copy of Referee Room. Referee Room is a banned card from Minerva. Do you remember Minerva? Nobody remembers Minerva. Good, because nobody watched Minerva video. So here's what I get for that. Referee Room is like the greatest early gamer in all of Keter Sanctuary if you really squint. So her going to 1 is kind of necessary for Shinemon's cards to sell. Yeah, but okay. Anyways, the skill is very simple. I place a regular circle. If you're Vanguard Genesis, call +1, soul +1, and draw a card. And then after that, choose a card from your hand and call it.
No, choose a card from your hand and reveal it.
Reveal
you either
it,
call it or put it to the drop zone.
Which obviously you call it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which obviously you call it. Then after the second skill on the regular circles, then a bell that this unit boosts. If your Vanguard is a Genesis, move 2 cards in the same column as this into the soul. Choose a Genesis from your drop, add it back to your hand. If anyone goes, Ames, isn't that the same skill as Stealth Rogue Kinran? Yes.
Almost.
Because Kinran only searches grade 2 or greater. This one can do anything.
That's
Yay!
right. And what? And do you know what currently is a Genesis and happens to be a Sentinel and also a grade 1?
What?
A PG. Thanks, Pandora. And this is why she was limited.
This is why she's limited, yeah. But you know what? I think it's a good ban. Because like if Minerva was around to run full power, Yakuza would never play as a deck like ever, man. Like honestly, this is fair. This is fair justice. This
I
is
guess.
completely fair justice. Then of course there's Atlas on the Heavenly Spear. Yeah, fun guy, we talked about him just now.
Then Astrea.
Astrea of the Full Sky. She's really cute. Look at her.
Yeah. So her effect is drop zone. When your unit is placed from the drop by the ability of your card with Shinemon Icon, if all of your rearguards have different card names from this card, counterblast 1 and call this card to rearguard.
Yeah.
Combine Russia.
Combine Russia.
And then its next effect is, at the end of the battle that this unit boosted Soul Blast 2 and return this card to your hand. Lastly, on Guardian Circle, if your Vanguard has a Shinemon Icon, this unit gets plus 10,000 power. So it's just a 15k shield in this deck specifically.
Yeah, which the only problem is that because she checks for the same name as herself on the board, you never play 4 of her. It has to be at least 2 to 3 copies, and that's all it is. You can play her at 2, it's alright, but I mean, you can play at 3 too if you really love the art like me, but realistically, you do not play this at 4. Never. Just never. Alright, now time for the fun part. The favorite part of every Shinemon player's deck, it is the
Trigger
lineup. So pen of new style, 3 soul front. I mean, if all our triggers are going to the soul, why not have more, right? And then obviously we have 8 crits, because Zodiac Blazer! And we just want to kill people. 4 heals. We are all playing the Uranus icon, and even the soul fronts were reprinted in Legendary Duelist, by the way, don't forget. So yeah. And then for Overtrigger, we just play the original Amatinoa. I know a lot you're thinking, Ames, where are all our crit elementals? You don't really need them, right? And Amatinoa works perfectly in this deck because you have so many great trees.
That's right.
So many. So like you can't just play this, it's alright. This is one of the few decks, actually, this is the second deck beyond Bastion that I can actually defend playing this card. Because yeah, if you play this card in Alfred Icon, like, you don't deserve to play the deck anymore. You don't. But you know what? It's completely fine. If you want to play any of your other over triggers, I think it's also okay.
A lot of people are promoting the purple over trigger so that when your Valkyrion gets nullified, you can call another Valkyrion.
You can't call Valkyrion over Valkyrion, can you?
Yes, you can.
You can?
You can.
Why didn't we do that?
Because it's bad, because you're negating your own attack. It's like in Nile Griffin, if the unit's not there, the attack's no longer there.
So why the hell would they do that?
Because it's so that a PG doesn't stop him.
Why? That is beyond jank, man. That's beyond the level of bullshit we are doing. That's like Inception levels of bullshit. Like, oh, I see you, perfect gun. Let me cancel my own attack and do it again. Like, come on. Come on, it's so bad, man. And it requires you to actually have another Valkyrian in your damage or hand, right?
Yes.
Which is even worse. Because Valkyrian's always in the drop with this list. Because of, the things that come out of
Uranus.
Yeah, so like, come on, man. It's like, But whatever. You can play whatever trigger you want, I don't really care.
Okay. Lastly, I'd like to go over some tech picks that you might want. Firstly, it's Divine Sister Kunafa. So if you really want to go all in on the 5 attacks, her effect is at the end of the battle that this unit attacked. If this unit was placed on Vanguard Circle by your Vanguard's ability this turn, i.e. Shinemon's effect, or stood by your Vanguard's ability this turn, put this unit at the soul and choose one of the units and it gets plus 5,000 power. So she just clears the way for the 5th attack. Without compromising the top card of your deck.
Why not just play freaking Astraeus Dragon?
Because he's at the end of the turn.
Ah.
So this is during the battle phase.
Right, you're so smart.
Okay. Other cards you can look for is maybe Creekwell, but I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it for another reason actually. Because this guy sets himself as Gauge. So you only have
one
2
shot
cards to actually do a one shot. And then that's it. So for those of you who haven't seen my BBTO 5 cycles video, these are BBTO 5 cycles video, check it out. Basically, she's another way to search another grade 3 with a different card name as your Vanguard.
And if you're really scared of not seeing your Astraeus Dragon, you can try and run this, but again, wouldn't recommend it. But she is also an extra shield in this deck that desperately, because there's sometimes may need more shield.
Sometimes maybe.
Next, another tech pick would be the shield generator. You have more than enough soul in this deck. So
the gate cyclers really help, but like again, after you discard them, they can't just do nothing.
I mean, you can place it from hand.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. This one just seems a bit too far fetched.
If for some reason
Drilling Angel, you just need more soul. You just want more soul.
More soul, or you're digging from the top of your deck.
I wouldn't play this as well, considering we actually have enough souls thanks to the soul fronts that were reprinted this set. But like, if you need even more soul, just why not, I guess.
If you're looking for more grade 3s.
Oh my god, I know what this one is. This is the Bastion support from BBTO 3.
Yeah.
You can rest this guy. Look at
you put him into soul and rest another card.
Look at the top 3 and then just add everything that's grade 3 or greater. No, only grade 3s.
Only grade 3s.
Only grade 3. So you cover
and
Valkyrian.
discard the rest.
So you cover and Valkyrian.
It's going to the drop zone anyway, why not?
This is ass, bro. Get this out of my sight.
Anyway, there's a lot of options.
You're
you
wasting our time. Go away.
You just have to look for it.
Yeah, and that's why no one will end up watching this video, because there's just too much jank when it comes to Uranus. There's too much poo in Uranus, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But do not be fooled by us joking and laughing at the camera. This is still a pretty fun deck. As long as you just build out the set, which is Legendary Duelists, and just buy 4 Cell Gown, which is, not too bad if you think about it. It is actually pretty affordable.
If you notice, all the tech cards are in common rarity, so it's not that hard to pick.
Everything we've joked about is at common rarity for a reason. Because a lot of people keep asking, man, are we doing Legendary Duelist too expensive? Is Force that bad of a mechanic? No. No to everything. It's genuinely okay. It's genuinely okay, okay? The scaling on this deck is fine. The Valkyrian spam is fine. And building this deck is also fine. Like, I think this is probably the cheapest one to build out Legendary Duelists. You could probably build this at a decent price, I would say. Excluding Selgao, right? 8,000 yen or less definitely gets you covered. So like, at this point in time, I don't even know why people are so worried about this set. If it's the English people who are complaining about this set, I can see that, right? Because I have no clue about English pull rates. But like, if it's the Japanese side complaining, I don't get you. I don't get you, man. Like, I was there at the event, I saw the pull rate myself. I don't get the complaint. You're literally complaining that you're making money. Why would you complain that you're making money? I don't know, but some people will pull multiple secret rares in 16 boxes and still say they had a bad day.
And for my friends who've been looking for a deck list that doesn't have the Nebula Knight's Order, here it is.
No, the thing is that if you want to play Nebula Knight's Order, you just build this exact list and take all the bullshit we put in and just play 3 Nebula Knight's Order.
Yeah.
That's it. We didn't even pollute the research. We just made it funny.
That's right.
So, you're welcome. You're welcome, I guess. I have no clue. Anything else you want to say before we end this video?
To anyone who wants to build this deck, have fun. It truly is
it's very fun.
Anime protagonist experience.
I think out of all 3 of the Legendary Duelists, this is probably the most Legendary Duelist we have. It's so fun. Like, Chronojet is Chronojet. You already had Chronojet. Like, a lot of people say, oh, we're just remaking Chronojet. I know, but we've been doing that for 10 years and none of you complain. We have Nirvana, who frankly did not need more support, but he got it anyways. This is the only guy who generally had no chance of coming back into this format beyond this one set.
That's right.
I am so happy, man. I genuinely, I'm so grateful to God I had the opportunity to be part of this pre-release because my god, this is the funniest set in human history. This Uranus. Uranus.
Look at Shinemon, he's wearing shorts.
He's wearing, look, he didn't even skip leg day. Look, we can just laugh at the card for 1 minute, it's okay. Look. I don't know, man. But like in terms of meta relevancy, no, he's not meta. You don't need to worry about
Not
this.
at this point.
Like if you're worried about this being meta, like how Astral Poets was meta in VB13, you have a lot more problems to worry about.
Astral Poets had a lot of support in V series to make them where they stood at that point.
And not to mention, they also get Uranus down the line. We are at least 5 years away from Uranus at this point, right?
Yeah.
We are at least 5 years away. The fact that Fafnir even gets tournament promo yet, Eugene doesn't have a single double rare that accurately supports Inferno, and Flagbird doesn't even have a new form. You really think we're gonna get Uranus next month?
If we don't see Gabriel back, most likely we won't ever see Uranus back either.
Nah, I kind of want to see Uranus back this deck though. Like, can you imagine having 8 PGs and going, hey, I'm gonna trigger the skill of, I'm gonna trigger the skill of this and cycle back 8 PGs.
Let's go Liel or Mota.
Shut the fuck up, man. I hate Liel. Okay, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Catch you all next time.
Are you actually coming back next time?
Who knows?
Who knows, right? You know what else comes out of Uranus?